Hi everyone. I'm here to discuss about how body image is affected by peer pressure with an emphasis on building youth resilience. Have you ever looked at someone's picture and wished you could change something about your body? Do you start looking for diet plans and exercise routines to get you that dream figure? If you're starting to feel more self conscious about your appearance after observing others, it probably is low self esteem. Your body image is the way you think about your body. This includes your thoughts and feelings about it. These can be good or bad and can change from time to time. Our society's youth frequently encounter such notions. Body image concerns affect both boys and girls, and research suggests that girls are more likely to be dissatisfied with their appearance and their weight than boys. Well, we must remember that these young people are going through puberty, and the physical changes during puberty can make them become more conscious and self aware of their own body. When these young people in their growing years become more aware of their body and conscious about it, so there are chances that they might develop a distorted body image. Thus, it is important to understand what factors contribute to a distorted body image. The first is the societal beauty ideals and social media trends. These days, there are social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, where people are posting their content and are have come out as influencers and have been creating social media trends where people are often looking at them and are trying to be like them. So these things can shape the way an individual thinks or feels about their body. There are some weight trainers and there are people who practice pilates. For example, in my life, when I was in my teenage, the K-pop industry and the Korean ideas and habits were on a large scale influencing all the youth, and that also made me want to try pilates, which is an exercise form. And that for that I did not consult any professional or did not check whether I really need to be doing this, but because I felt that it is in the trend, so I also followed them. So another factor is family and friends. Family and friend circle dynamics and their attitudes or comments can negatively affect an individual's view towards their body and weight. We may become preoccupied with looking a certain way and fulfilling those expectations. For example, I in my school days when I was in class 12th standard, so there were times when we used to meet unofficially, you would see how people would dress up and how they would be having a very good routine of going to gym right after school or maybe in the evening, which may have been something which that student did not require, but because they were doing, you also find it like, I think I also need to fit in this and I need to do this to be like them, to be in a position where I can be not out one odd one out in among these people. Then there are cultural and ethnic factors too. Body dissatisfaction or feeling negatively about appearance is common experience across different racial and ethnic groups. The culture you identify with can have a vast influence on your inner thoughts, feelings, and opinions. This in turn has the potential to significantly influence your body image perception. Other factors like age, gender, any past traumatic experience, or the degree of physical exercise one indulges in can also lead to a distorted body image. We as students and as parents also need to understand what can go wrong or what can happen when these body image issues are aggravated. At times, when peer pressure is a factor in how a child sees themselves, including body image is a big part of a child's self-esteem. If children don't like the way they look, their self-esteem will suffer, and a low self-esteem can lead to depression and anxiety too. If left unattended, the child may face further psychological difficulties. Also, as I mentioned before, during puberty, adolescents may have a distorted self image, like seeing oneself as larger or smaller than reality. Like when they are standing in front of a mirror and observing their own body, they might not be what they might be thin, they might be fat, but they assume that they are not what they actually look like. Also, the fear of gaining weight may lead to eating disorders. Some students might not be openly discussing about these things, like they might be binge eating, or they could be forcing themselves to throw up the food that they took that they ate so that they do not gain weight. Also, there are students and young people who have an obsession, which is an unhealthy obsession with exercise that could lead to severe body injuries or exhaustion, which can be at a danger level. So, it becomes crucial to know the ways to nurture a positive body image. There are some ways that can help a person to feel more positive about their body, such as positive self-talk, where we can be talking positively about our body, about our body weight, and the way we look, our features. Then it also includes embracing your unique body. Not every body is same, and belonging to a different group or possessing different features should not be seen as lacking something. It should be like you have these and you will appreciate these. And also, we should appreciate how our body helps in daily activities. We carry out so many different activities throughout our day, and we take these for granted. It is important to appreciate it. Connecting with people who have positive self image can eventually help us by developing a positive self image in ourselves too. When you have people around you who will have a positive effect on you, then it becomes an easier journey. Treating your body with care. When we talk about positive body image and treating our body with care, what I mean by that is we can try to maintain a hygienic body. We can do something that would make our body happy, like we can go for a massage, or we can try um, different methods of relaxing our body and not exhausting or forcing our body to be in a certain way. Wearing comfortable clothes is one of them. These young people usually are learning new skills or inculcating new ethics when they go to school. So these educational establishments become very crucial in forming how a person thinks, how a person treats other. So that's why these establishments can be essential in providing or teaching these students on how to counter harmful peer pressure and body images. There are various ways by which these educational establishment can do so, like provide social emotional learning programs where these will be integrated in their curriculum, where the students will be taught essential skills like self-awareness, self-management, empathy, and responsible decision making. Empowering students to take on leadership roles. When I talk about leadership roles, what I mean is to promote positive role modeling where we encourage the students, staff, and other children to serve as positive role models for the young students by demonstrating healthy behavior, positive attitudes, and respectful interactions. Assigning peer mentors or skill staff. This majorly helps in creating a safe space for discussion where the students can openly discuss their experiences with peer pressure, body image, and other social challenges. Lastly, the provision of expressive art session. Here I would like to discuss a case study where expressive art therapy was very useful for a student who was suffering from anorexia nervosa. So, anorexia nervosa is a condition where a person has a distorted body image and thus they try to skip meals or they maintain a very strict regime for weight loss even though they were originally in a healthy range. So this is a girl who has recently gone to a new school and there her friend circle are mocking her or are body shaming her, and these experiences make her think that her body is fat although it is not according to the body mass index at that point. So within 3 months she dropped 9 kg and her body mass index was in a dangerous level, which had eventually affected her menstrual cycle also. To this, the mother of this child got concerned and consulted a doctor where it was diagnosed that she has nervosa anorexia nervosa and she needs some treatment. So, how did the expressive art therapy work for her? So, this professional had made her draw certain images through after giving certain cues. She made 3 or 4 images where first she drew herself, and in that she showed herself as a person who is very thin, the limbs are very thin, and the face is not very identifiable. Then she draws a picture where she shows how her relationship is with her mother. So, some of the reasons for her not being happy with her body was because of her distance from her mother, as she was living away from home in order to pursue another course in a school. And slowly, through these therapy sessions, the professional was able to identify and work on positive self image. And eventually, around the end of the sessions, she started drawing a moment where she actually enjoyed herself. Like there was a Christmas tree, and there were lots of people around her, and there were stars, and it was more, um, it had more details and more cheerful in nature. Thus, I feel that similarly for school students, expressive art therapy could work wonders because here the children have to work with not just drawing but also with the materials like colors and sketch pencils, which show and depict the different emotions that these persons are feeling on in the form of a picture. In conclusion, peer pressure exerts a profound influence on youth body image perceptions, but fostering resilience through education, support, and self compassion can empower them to navigate societal pressures with confidence. I would like to quote what Marcus Aurelius, one of the Roman emperors, have said, that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Thank you, everyone.